farm up near Robblesfield. Sounds like mistake. I shouldn't be long. Emily.
What?
Did you hear anything that I just said then?
Hello, Debbie.
Hiya.
You could leave you up till dinner time, you.
Yeah, well, I am.
You want any breakfast?
No, but I want to ask you something.
If it's about being grounded...
Does it mean I can't go and see Charity?
We need to have a little chat about you being grounded, don't we, Emily?
When do you want to see her?
Today.
All right.
What?
You sure?
You better go ring her first.
I will.
I don't understand.
Oh, you can see how much it matters to her.
So does that mean you changed your mind about asking Bill to move somewhere else?
No.
Sorry, you've lost me.
When Debbie moves, she might be further away. She may not see Charity very often. I can hardly stop her going today, can I?
See?
I'm going to get ready for work.
Well, I've still got a bit of work to do, but that's okay. Just come over whenever you like. Okay, see you in a bit. Bye. You don't mind, do you?
It's fine by me. I thought we could make up a spare room in case she wanted to stay over.
There's no need for that.
Why not?
Well, she can be a right stroppy little madam.
Really?
And, you know, maybe I ought to get to know her a bit first. What?
Well, she can be a stroppy little madam.
Yeah. So?
I'd say it runs in the family.
Got her some fig rolls, some of that pate she likes, and a bottle of bubbly. Well, it's sparkling wine, but she won't mind.
OK, I'll leave these outside the door.
No, I'll take it to her myself if that's all right.
Oh, you should be wasting your time.
So she didn't come out at all the whole weekend?
Well, if she did, me and my dad didn't see her.
She's never shut herself away for this long before.
Maybe you should have put a fruitcake in here.
Not funny.
Do you see me laughing?
Well, then I'll call you back tomorrow. OK, bye. Hiya. Well, you didn't hang about.
I wanted to get out before Emily changed her mind.
All right, does she not want you to come?
Well, she grounded me after what happened at the party. So unfair, like it was my fault.
Well, you're here now, so I really wouldn't worry about it.
I've got a few things to do and then I'll be with you.
All right?
Well, come to the kitchen if you like. I'll get you a drink.
That's all right, I'll wait here.
Well, it's just boring work stuff.
I'll give you a hand.
Well, if you get fed up, come and find me.
Well, I tell you what would be a big help.
What?
If you check my emails. I've not had a chance to do that yet.
No problem.
Oh, I saw Mac at the village hall. He tells me he's been given the job of repairing the roof.
It's all done perfectly properly.
Yes, I'm sure it was.
I suppose we could have waited until you came back, but we wanted to get things moving.
Absolutely, you did the right thing.
He came up with the most competitive quote.
Good for him.
My personal feelings didn't come into it at all. I mean, the committee made the decision.
Well, I never doubted it for a moment.
Thank you.
How's your poorly cow?
All the better for seeing me. Listen. I've been thinking about what you said, you know. And I think you're right about Debbie moving somewhere else.
It's the last thing I want.
Well, I can't say I'm wild about the decision, but I do think it's the right thing to do.
It seems a horrible thing to do to her.
Yeah, but we got too close, didn't we? It means we can't do our job properly.
With Debbie, it doesn't feel like a job. I don't want it to be a job.
Well, exactly.
If only we'd been able to control our feelings.
But Emily, we're only human. It's not wrong to love somebody.
She's going to think we hate her.
No, she'll understand.
No, she won't. She'll think we don't want her and that she won't be able to see Charity anymore.
Well, then that's up to Charity then, isn't it? The sooner we tell Debbie this, the better.
I'm dreading it.
I know. But we'll ring Bill and let him know our decision. And then we'd better talk to Debbie at lunchtime as soon as she gets back from on farm.
I can't. I've got to cover for Mrs. Hope. She's going out.
Ask Donna.
Oh, what if Donna can't do it?
Then shut the shop. Emily, it wouldn't be fair on Debbie to put this off any longer.
Good morning, Mrs. Hope.
Mr. Hope.
May I say you look ravishing?
You may.
You do?
Thank you.
Is this a hamper I see before me?
Yes, filled with all the things I know you like.
Succulent nibbles designed to titillate my taste buds?
Yes, I've got chicken,
breast, because I know you prefer it to thighs, and tomatoes and roast ham, and those lovely tasty little chipolatas I know you like. Oh, and a French stick.
Oh, that sounds divine.
Thank you.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's find a shady little spot and lay a blanket on the ground and start munching.
Yes, let's.
Well, did she say anything?
No.
And the food that Tricia brought round, it's still outside her room?
It was when I left.
I can't believe she's been this pig-headed.
You've had no communication with her over the weekend?
No.
Well, she's lying in a heap or something.
I think we may have to take more drastic measures.
What do you mean?
Well, I think we may have to break the door down after all.
Now, hang on. You know how my dad feels about that.
Yeah, but things are a bit more serious now, aren't they?
Oh, she don't care what happens to me, Mum.
Yes, I do. I live there. I don't want a rotting corpse stinking the place out.
That's a horrible thing to say.
It was a joke.
In very poor taste.
Yeah, all right. I'm sorry, but I've had enough of it. Yeah, I want her out of there just as much as you do, but... Well, she can't stay in there forever, can she?
I've rung Billy. He's going to come over this afternoon with Colin.
She's going to think we're getting rid of her out of spite.
No, she isn't.
After the party, me grounding her and all this stuff about charity.
Emily, she knows that we care for her.
I feel like we've failed her.
If you can't face telling her, then I'll tell her on my own if you want. Or we can ask Bill.
No, it's our decision. We should do it.
All right, then. But Bill understood when I told him. And he always warned us it was going to be a risk with Debbie living so close to her real mum.
I know.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Hello.
I've had a brilliant morning.
Have you?
I've been helping Charity in the office with the emails, and she said I was really efficient.
Great.
I'm starving. What's for lunch?
It's a delightful spread, my little Escoffier.
I wanted it to be special. The way to a man's heart.
Oh, yes. Food can be very potent, very sexy.
I like to think so.
I was once headhunted, you know, by a frozen food company while I was with Naughty Nylons.
You never told me.
Yeah, it was before I met you. Nothing came of it, but I was tempted, you know. I could see the potential. Wrap your mitts around our fish fingers. Bung our burgers between your buns. I won't tell you what I said about frozen peas. Let's get off the rabbits.
You're so silly.
Oh, it's you. You have this effect on me. You are my muse to amuse.
That's what I missed mainly, you know, you, making me laugh.
And I thought it was my unmatched prowess as a love machine.
Oh, yes, it is. Mainly that, definitely.
More wine?
You make me tiddly.
It doesn't matter. It's 3:15. There's nobody here except you and me.
That's what it used to be like, didn't it, when we were together? Just you and me. In our own little world, needing nobody, and not caring what anybody said about us.
Yeah, it was.
It's a bit like that now, don't you think?
Suppose it is. Cheers.
Cheers.
There's something we need to say to you. Something important.
It's about me being grounded. I understand why I did it, and I shouldn't have got stressed out.
No, it's not that. Well, not exactly.
Well, what is it then?
I don't know how to say this to you. Because you're going to be upset.
Debbie, you're going to have to go and stay with other foster carers.
Yeah, one day maybe.
Oh, today.
What? Why?
Well, it's complicated.
Was it something I've done?
No.
I love living here. It's the best place I've ever been. I didn't mean to be horrible.
You're not horrible. You're far from it.
And I know I shouldn't have gone to that party. I'm sorry, but it won't happen again, I promise.
That's not the reason.
And what I said about Charity being my mum and not you, I was upset. Doesn't mean I don't like you, because I do. I like both of you.
Charity is your mum. And I understand why you said that.
Then what have I done? What is it? Tell me and I'll make it up to you.
It's nothing that you've done.
I thought you liked me.
We do like you. We love you, don't we, Paddy?
Yeah.
Then why do you want to get rid of me?
We don't want to get rid of you, but we have to let you go because we care about you too much.
What?
We're not supposed to get involved.
We've loved having you here more than anyone else we've had. And that's the problem.
Why?
Because
we can't get too close to the children that we look after. Because if we get too attached, then it stops us from doing what's right.
Well, that's rubbish.
No, it's not rubbish. It's what we agreed to when we became foster carers, and I know it must seem stupid to you, but there's a reason for it, and right now it's not really making much sense to us either, but we have to do it. And I'm so sorry.
Be until it's done.
Pipe, please, Louise, and orange juice for Edna.
Sure.
I didn't say I wanted another drink, Vicar.
I insist. Call it a thank you present.
What for?
For sorting out the repairs on the village hall roof whilst I was away.
I told you that was a committee decision.
Oh, don't be so modest. We both know you did more than your fair share.
I'm sorry.
You made sure that the right man got the job, didn't you?
What are you implying?
I spoke to Alan this morning. He told me how hard you'd worked at making sure that the tender was run properly.
There we go, Ashley. Edna?
Thanks, Louise.
I would have thought that Alan Turner had better things to do than to indulge in idle tittle-tattle.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Vicar. You got a minute?
Of course.
We've got a favour to ask.
Go on.
I'm organising a football tournament.
You know about our Ali's heart condition, don't you?
Yes, I'm sorry.
We raise money to fund the research.
Hence the football tournament.
Can't fool you, can we?
We've got loads of teams interested, from Connelton, Robblesfield, the Malt Shovel, all over the place. We're going to use the cricket pitch.
So how can I help?
Well, we're trying to spread the word, really.
You come to the right man. I get paid for doing that.
We thought you could put up a poster in church, give out a few sponsorship forms.
Yes, of course.
You could even put in your own team if you want.
You haven't seen the average age of my congregation.
I guess so. So, if I drop off some forms and a poster, say later today, is that all right?
Sure.
And we need to get a move on, because it's this Sunday.
As soon as that.
Oh, Ronnie likes to go for it, don't you, love?
Oh, that's me.
And if there's anything else I can do to help, or if you need to talk.
We've lived with it for all these years. We've said all there is to say.
I'm sorry.
It's not easy for a vicar.
Yes, ma'am.
Pint of bitter and an ham sandwich, please, Louise.
Sure.
What are you doing in here?
Well, I'm on my lunch break. Is that OK?
Yes, of course.
I think you might have offended the old Reverend there.
Oh.
Well, turning down his offer to talk about Ali. He looked taken aback to me.
Oh, we've heard it all before, haven't we? Besides, I didn't like the way he was looking at me.
What?
Feeling sorry for me. If I give him half a chance, he'll be round for tea and biscuits and offering spiritual consolation.
That's his job.
Oh, I know more about priests than you do, remember? You stick to your footy match.
Well, if I move, I won't be able to see my mum anymore.
No, you will. They'll try and put you somewhere not too far away.
Yeah, well, what if they can't?
They will. They'll try their best.
Yeah, well, I might as well stay here. I still don't get it.
it's so hard to explain.
Oh, God.
Don't send me away, please, Emily. What are they doing here?
We had to let them know.
I hate you! I really
No,
hate
Debbie,
you!
don't.
Get off me! Steph?
Hello, Nicola.
So, you finally decided to crawl out of your hole.
Are you on your own, darling?
Why?
Well, I know I've got fences to mend with my dad, Tricia, Rodney, but I wanted to talk to you first.
What for?
I wanted to tell you how very, very sorry I am for what I done. And I sincerely hope that you'll be able to forgive me.
Emily said she might have to close up this lunchtime, but I thought she'd be back by now.
She must have got held up.
Well, it's Not very convenient. I was going to ask you if you'd like to have a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I'd love one.
You would? Oh, smashing.
You do what you need to do. I'll make the coffee. I'm in no hurry.
I've had a wonderful time.
Yeah, me too. Wonderful.
I'd do anything rather than hurt Debbie.
We know that. But we need to understand what's happened.
It hasn't been easy since Debbie found out Charity was her mother. But we tried to make it work. We really tried. Because we just wanted Debbie to be happy living here and seeing Charity whenever she wanted. But, well, we tried our best.
It's all right, Paddy. I was jealous. I wanted Debbie to think of me as a mother. I'm sorry.
You really should have told us earlier.
We knew something like this could happen. It was a risk leaving Debbie here once we knew Charity was so close.
But you've made the right decision.
Yeah, we made it together. Emily keeps trying to blame herself and she shouldn't.
No, absolutely not.
I feel like the cruelest person in the world.
Don't be daft. You couldn't be cruel if you tried.
I grounded her. For going to a party without telling us, that wasn't the reason. It's because I didn't want her to see Charity. That's not right, is it?
At least you're able to admit it.
She hates me for it.
No, she's tough and she's bright. She'll understand one day.
You will be able to find somewhere for her to stay, won't you?
Yeah, we'll take care of her.
Can I ask you a favour?
Go ahead.
When you place her with someone else, will you try and find somewhere not too far away so she can still see her mum?
I can't promise, but I'll see what we can do.
I don't want to keep them apart. I won't be able to live with myself.
I never went to Sunday school that often, but I remember the story about that St. Paul geezer on the road to Damascus. He saw a blinding light, changed his life.
If you say so.
Well, that's what happened to me up there in my room. Oh, I didn't exactly see a flash of light, but I got there in the end.
What are you going on about?
Nicola, darling, describe yourself.
You are?
Well, don't be modest. Sum yourself up in a few words.
I can't.
Well, I'll do it for you, shall I? You're young. You're beautiful. You've got a mind of your own and you're not afraid to tell it like it is. How am I doing so far?
Well, I'm not going to argue with that, Anna.
And to top it all, you've got a lovely dad who dotes on you.
But what's all this got to do with you?
That was my blinding light. Well, I'm jealous of you. It took me a long time to face up to it, but it's the truth. And that's why I am throwing myself at your mercy.
You expect me to forgive you after what you did?
Oh, I know I don't deserve it.
You're too right.
And I understand the way you feel. I made you angry. So angry, in fact, that you smashed my entire life savings. But I don't blame you for it. I drove you to it. I deserved it.
But you spent years collecting them.
I know. All in my past life. In fact, between you, me and the gatepost, they weren't all acquired, strictly above board.
But they were worth an absolute fortune.
Yes, but I want to put that all behind me. And if you can forgive me, then I can move on to a new and better life. That's all I'm asking.
I don't know.
I realise it's going to take time for your wounds to heal. But just think about it. And if I could stay one more night, I'd be ever so grateful.
One more night?
Oh, you're an angel. Now, I know you've got to get off to work, so don't let me hold you up. And I promise I won't be locked in my room when you get back.
You better not be.
You know so much, she was really good. Checked my emails, got rid of all the rubbish.
Wow, so she's clever as well as stroppy.
Don't know where she gets that from.
So when's she coming round again?
She didn't say, so I expect she'll just turn up whenever she feels like it. You don't mind that, do you?
Of course I don't.
If I'm busy, she'll look after herself.
I like her being here. Makes you happy. That makes me happy.
Before you say anything, Mrs. B, I'm on my way as soon as I finish this.
I didn't mean to question your right to take a lunch break.
Yeah, well, it don't look very good, does it? I mean, me sitting here supping pints when I should be out there fixing the village hall roof.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I'll not let you down.
I should hope not. I'm counting on you to do a first-class job.
Well, I will, as soon as my materials arrive.
When will that be?
Tomorrow. Next day, maybe.
Oh, they are coming.
No problemo.
Oh, I do hope not. I feel responsible.
Don't worry, Mrs. B. It'll all be okay.
Oh, I thought we got rid of you.
Just a flying visit. Like you to put that up.
Oh, football tournament?
Yep, and I'm expecting the Woolpack to enter a team, preferably with you two in it.
No way, I'm not getting all cold and muddy.
Oh, come on, Tricia, it's time we showed these blokes a few fancy moves.
That's what I like to hear. So you're in?
You bet.
We've got you a place for tonight in a residential care unit. You'll stay there just till we find you a new foster home.
And we're going to do that as soon as we possibly can. All right?
Suppose I'd better be on my way.
Oh, do you have to go?
Yeah, a couple of things need to do in Houghton.
Well, if Emily was here, I could come with you.
Yeah, just the bank and the chemist, you know, nothing exciting.
You working tonight?
Afraid so.
Why don't you come round after work and I'll cook us a late supper and, maybe you can stay for breakfast.
Viv, dear heart, that is a very, very tempting offer.
Is that a yes, then?
I've had a marvellous time, perfect in every way, but I'd just like to keep things as they are for the time being.
Well, why? We've been getting on so well.
Yeah, I agree, yeah, but I don't want to spoil all that by rushing into things.
Oh, Bob.
We're getting there. Farewell, my love.
Debbie! I'm sorry.